Intuitive Painting Teacher's Lesson number 8. Number 8 is the fourth lesson of part 2 that is focused on intuition. Such an interesting topic, such an ambiguous topic, fascinating, the kind of knowledge that we do possess without ever being sure that it is right. Yet, deep inside, the more we use intuition, more deep inside, we do know, we do feel, we do realize that intuition is something we can trust. And trust is what we are going to discuss in this lesson. How, whether to trust our intuition when we work as intuitive painting teachers. Now, here, in this profession, intuition is one of your important tools. You cannot work without the ability to dance with your intuition, your own intuition. Your intuition is a part of the data that gives you the guidance to your students' hearts. Your intuition guides you, is talking to you when you do your job as intuitive painting teacher. So it is a must that you build a trust. It's a kind of relationship that you would like to improve with time between you and your intuition. And it's not easy. Although we may say, our experience may prove that intuition is correct many times, and it is wise to follow our intuition, still it is a bit frightening. And it should be. Because intuition gives us no explanation, no guarantee, no reference, nothing. It just points to somewhere in the future and says, go there, do this, you will understand later, trust me. We cannot work with intuition without trust. Yet trust is something that is not always reasonable. You cannot build trust through logic, because logic doesn't agree with uncertainty. Intuition always comes from uncertainty. You learn how to listen to its information, and you need to surrender to its information in order for it to really be intuitive. So you listen to this flow, and this flow gives you intuitive ideas about the next painting, the next instruction you may want to give to your student. And then your intuition guides you of how to really assemble this raw information into something that they can work with. It's all about working with your intuition, trusting its messages. And it's not easy. It's not that I can tell you, trust your intuition. No. Your logical brain will fight you. Your inner critic will not agree to this deal. It will say, I'm not sure about that. It may be wrong. It may not be the right instruction. I'm not sure about that. There is no proof. There is no guarantee. And this is something that we build, that we grow through the process of becoming intuitive painting teachers, through the recurrent practice of actual intuitive painting, through practicing the tools that I give you to practice your intuition while working. Gradually, it's not that you become very intuitive, it's that you create a new relationship with your intuition. And this special intuition, a special relationship is between your logical brain and your creative intuitive brain. In the ideal state, these two parts cooperate. They can become the greatest team ever created. We need them to work as a team, but usually left brain doesn't let right brain work freely. It is very suspicious. Left brain, it wants proof, it wants explanations, it wants guarantees. It doesn't want to take too many risks. And the miracle that happens here is that we don't ask left brain to stop working. We ask it to have a dialogue, a relationship with intuition. We ask it, even if it is hard, to create some kind of trust. Or in other words, to give right brain with its intuition some space to work, to play, to experience. And yes, once you teach 20, 30 lessons and you see how well your intuition works, you will be more confident. You will know that it works pretty well, but still, you're going to need to challenge your trust over and over again, each time again, because your left brain will always remind you that uncertainty is a bit dangerous. Of course, in intuitive painting, there is no real danger, but still you will have to cope with your left brain's recurrent messages that try to stop the flow of your intuition. And what you are going to build there, that may sound as a miracle at first, is a new kind of relationship. So your logical part will do its work, and it will assist your intuitive part create instructions, and it will give a room to the information that comes from the uncertainty, that comes from nowhere, and it will accept it and work with it. This is the real thing that will happen. This is the thing that will create trust. Because as I said, trust cannot be created logically. We cannot say, okay, I understand that intuition works. From now on, I'm going to trust it. It doesn't work this way, because trust is emotional. And one of the strongest emotions over there when we try to be intuitive is fear. Fear of the unknown. Yet intuition works with the unknown. This is the paradox. This is where we are. Creativity works with the unknown, but the unknown is frightening. Yes, we become more confident with time, but still, it will be a bit frightening. And you know what? One of the signs that you are intuitive is that it feels a bit risky, that you are not totally sure, but you are willing to take a risk, that you are willing to play with this intuitive information. Once you do it, it becomes your own art, it becomes your own skill, it becomes your own profession. It will never be something that you totally feel comfortable about. It will always be a kind of dialogue and negotiation between your left and cautious brain and the adventurous and intuitive brain, but they will learn to work together. And this miracle may be one of the main reasons for people to become intuitive painting teachers.